Right now, more than just names, we're hearing that three young men meant to some what they meant to their closest friends in Middleton as they prepare for an emotional homecoming week.
Also walking out to speak out against a Madison school district move that some students feel is unfair.
Also, mayor disappointment. Satya Rose Conway slams Michael Gableman's election investigation after she was subpoenaed today. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
They were able to bring a sense of friendship, inclusiveness, belongingness to all members of our senior class in our school. And we just grieve the loss of their presence in our building.
A terrible car crash changed how Middleton students view their homecoming week in some ways, but in others, they're keeping things the same, taking time to honor three classmates who died.
Today, close friends described Evan Cradawil, Jack Miller, and Simon Balesi as amazing friends and teammates. Our Naomi Coles joins us from Middleton High School with more. Naomi?
Today is about honoring their lives and the incredible impact that each of them had on their schools, their friends, and their communities in the short time that they had. Mason Summers, Devin Utter, and Griffin Ward were three of their closest friends. Today I'm sharing their recollections that they had in their own words.
Always giving 100% in everything they did.
They were very free-spirited, loved life, lived it to the fullest.
The whole school knew each of them.
Jack played soccer, and he was just an amazing teammate. He was always a leader. I know he was captain of his team.
Evan was also a part of cross country for all 4 years.
Simon was also a soccer player. When he moved here in 7th grade, I played soccer with him every day until the final day. But
one story about Jack, the first day of school, he was sitting alone against a tree outside. Me and my friends invited him over for lunch, and he was instantly so charismatic, and that's not something you see with someone new to school.
We would just sit in the car after school every day, just talking, and just all the things they said. Just someone would say something stupid, and we'd all just start laughing.
I met Jack on the first day of school in advisory, and everyone's referring to them as the bright light. He lit up the room the second I walked in and continued to do that.
Yeah, those are days I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Now, in planning to keep the homecoming events intact here at Middleton High for this coming week, all these students said it's because Jack, Evan, and Simon, they wouldn't have had it any other way. However, they did cancel all the themes for this week with the exception of Thursday, tomorrow. They're going to have Jersey Day. That's because Jack, a soccer player, loved his jerseys. And then Friday, that's going to be Blackout Day for seniors, as well as Cardinal Pride Day in honor of all three athletes.
Naomi, thank you. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll have more from Middleton as the school and the community come together to honor the young men who were killed in that crash.
The U.S. Marshals Service says a person who shot and wounded a federal agent in Racine has apparently taken his own life. Officials say the U.S. Marshals Service led task force was attempting to serve a warrant this morning when an individual opened fire and one officer was shot. The officer sustained non-life-threatening injuries. The federal agency says no shots were fired from the task force and that the man took his own life. Neighbors say it is usually a pretty quiet neighborhood.
This is normally a nice, quiet neighborhood. For something like that, that's unusual. That's unusual. It's really, really quiet. I mean, that's why I won't move from over here, because it's quiet. Everybody gets along with everybody, but something like this, you never know what happened over here.
The names of the agent and the man who took his own life have not been released.
The woman accused of stabbing a man to death in a Fitchburg apartment over the weekend is being held on a $1 million cash bond. Court records show 33-year-old Kanaya Quinn is facing a charge of first-degree intentional homicide. This is for the murder of 62-year-old Fred Edwards Jr. Police say Quinn and Edwards Jr. were living together. According to the criminal complaint, she told officers she had stabbed him 2 other times, both in Illinois. The most recent stabbing resulted in a prison sentence. Quinn's scheduled to appear in court for preliminary hearing hearing next week.
Janesville police are searching for 18-year-old Deshawn Wheeler. His family says they have not had contact with him in the past month, and his friends have not seen him in several weeks. Wheeler is 5'10", 150 pounds. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call the Rock County Communications Center.
Well, a calm Wednesday, but scattered showers and thunderstorms could develop tonight. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Here's Gary out on the weather patio.
Actually pretty nice out here. We've got some sunshine for a change, and that's allowed temperatures to warm up. So we take a look at visible cloud track. You can see the morning clouds moving out, and then the clearing came in for this afternoon. But there are more clouds down to our south, and while right now there's just a few light showers down across Illinois and Indiana, those will actually be moving northward. So we'll see our better chances for rain beginning after about midnight tonight. Last night, temperatures were mild again. Janesville dropped to 61, Madison 59, most areas upper 50s to the lower 60s. High temperatures so far today, warmer than yesterday thanks to the sunshine. 76 in Madison, 77 in Janesville. Notice cooler closer to Lake Michigan because of a lake breeze there where temperatures are in the lower 60s, but Madison's still at 73 and temperatures are in the upper 70s closer to the Mississippi River. By tomorrow morning, we'll drop to about 61. We'll see shower and thunderstorm chances increase after midnight, and then tomorrow some scattered showers and thunderstorms through the day. High temperature at 71 degrees. The rain will be with us for Friday, but should clear out mainly for Saturday, and that'll get temperatures up around 80. I'll have more in the forecast in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Students walked out of the classroom today to demand that a popular Spanish teacher get her regular job back.
The Madison West teacher works from home due to serious health concerns, but the teachers union tells our Adam Duxter this whole situation could have been avoided. Adam?
Well, Dina Zorco has been teaching Spanish at Madison West for years, and last year, along with the first month of this school year, she taught virtual classes from home to protect her health. Zorco is a double organ transplant recipient, but her attorney says MMSD told Zorco her last day teaching her kids would be this Friday, moving her to the district's new academy for online-only students. Zorco's attorney says she wanted to continue teaching at West, where her students walked out today in protest. They feel this is something that will ultimately cost them in the long run.
We feel like our education is suffering. We currently don't have a teacher. We feel like we might be unprepared for the AP exam in spring, and we feel like this is going to affect our education for the rest of our lives.
In 2015, Zorco was named one of the top foreign language teachers in the state. Replacement, and has put in her place an online module and a different teacher who is not a Spanish speaker. Tonight at 6, how the teachers union is responding and why the district says there's still more to this story.
We will see you at 6. Adam, thank you. The mayors of Wisconsin's 5 largest and most Democratic cities are starting to receive subpoenas as part of a Republican-ordered investigation into the 2020 presidential election being led by a retired state Supreme Court justice. Attorney Michael Gableman issued his first round of subpoenas last week to the Wisconsin Elections Commission and officials in the cities of Milwaukee, Madison, Green Bay, Racine, and Kenosha. Gableman also subpoenaed the mayors of those 5 cities yesterday and today. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway says she was asked to go to a strip mall in Brookfield behind closed doors to speak to Gableman, along with bringing hundreds of thousands of pages of documents.
If we're going to have an investigation into our elections here in Wisconsin, it should be in that building, and it should be open to the public, and it should be open to the press.
In an interview with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, Gableman also admitted to not understanding how elections work.
Legislation introduced by Democrats aims to bring collective bargaining back to educators. The Collective Bargaining for Public Educators Act will give employees of school districts, CISA, along with the Technical College and UW systems, the right to collectively bargain over wages, hours, and conditions of employment. Democratic lawmakers say educators need these rights, especially after the hard work they've put in during the pandemic.
Our public education workers have pivoted on a dime and put themselves on the front line during the pandemic to serve the public. Public employees who have and continue to risk their own health and safety deserve the right to negotiate fair wages, working conditions, and their own safety and the safety of those around them.
Now, the proposed legislation is backed by the Wisconsin Educators Association Council.
The COVID infection rate is finally heading in the right direction. The summer surge is easing, with the number of new cases nationwide dropping 40% in the last 3 weeks. The Biden administration hopes to support that trend in part by ramping up access to at-home testing.
So that means we'll have available supply of 200 million rapid at-home tests per month starting in December, with supply of tens of millions of additional tests coming on the market across the next few weeks.
The government is also moving forward with vaccine boosters, with the FDA now considering Johnson & Johnson's application for approval.
A warning about COVID-19 boosters from a top FDA vaccine official. Dr. Peter Mark says side effects from the third dose are very similar to those from a second dose, but after the booster, he says more people are reporting swollen lymph nodes. Since lymph nodes can be found in the armpit area, Dr. Mark says women need to be aware, especially if they're scheduled for an annual breast exam.
You might want to get your mammogram first before you get it, or you might want to wait a couple weeks, because if those lymph nodes turn up on a mammogram, they may trigger false further investigation.
Now, those eligible for a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine fall into one of 3 high-risk groups: anyone 65 and older, adults with immunocompromised conditions putting them at high risk for severe COVID-19, and adults at risk of frequent exposure because of their jobs.
A growing number of school districts in the U.S. are using federal pandemic funding on athletics projects. Whitewater School District is spending $1.6 million on new synthetic turf fields. School officials argue that the project supports students' physical and mental health, but critics tell the Associated Press the spending clashes with the intent of the pandemic relief.
For the 4th straight year, the Brewers are heading to the playoffs. The city of Milwaukee getting behind the team, rallying around the crew ahead of their National League Divisional Series matchup against the Atlanta Braves. It starts Friday. A few dozen downtown Milwaukee buildings will be lit up or have banners or signage to support the Brewers. Corbin Burns will be the starting pitcher. Game time about 3:40 on Friday afternoon. And the crew repping the new Brew City postseason gear. Players and coaches showing off the new gear today during practice. And you can now buy the postseason sweatshirts and shirts at the Brewers team store.
A sad sight to see in western Wisconsin as cases of Leinenkugel's beer were scattered across Interstate 94 in a semi-rollover. The State Patrol shared these pictures with us, which shows the beer spilled across the highway and into the ditch as a result of the rollover. It happened near Hickston in Jackson County. Nobody was injured, and only the semi was the only vehicle involved. The interstate was closed, however, for a few hours while crews cleaned up.
A teenager is in custody. 4 people injured after a shooting at a Texas school. What we know, that's ahead at 5.
And how local schools are helping students manage their grief following the fatal crash that killed 3 students. That's coming up next hour at 6.
And on Wall Street, the Dow up more than 102 points. The Nasdaq climbs 68 today. The S&P adds almost 18. We'll be right back.
It's A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off store-wide. Get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
How about poor Fred Wilson?
What a shame. So soon after retiring.
I hear his wife needed help with the funeral expenses.
That's ridiculous. He had Social Security.
When my brother died, his wife received a check from Social Security, all right, for $255. The funeral costs were well over $8,000. How on earth did she pay for it? Fortunately, my brother bought additional life insurance before he retired. I bet that cost a pretty penny, huh? Not with Colonial Penn. Coverage options start at just $9.95 a month. Well, less than 35 cents a day. I have it myself.
We both do.
Both of you?
That's right. Neither of us had to answer any health questions or take a physical exam. In fact, no one our age can be turned down for any health reason.
No one?
Nope.
Is this a plan that offers a lot of protection at first and then reduces it little by little each year?
No. I've had this coverage for years. My benefit never decreases as I get older.
Your rates go up every year, right?
No, not at all.
Friends keep telling friends about guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. With this coverage, your premium never increases for any reason, and your benefit won't decrease simply because you grow older. Options start at just $9.95 a month. If you're age 50 to 85, you cannot be turned down because of your health. Colonial Penn specializes in protection for mature men and women. To find out more, call now.
Call now and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Call 1-800-797-8989 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-797-8989. There's no risk. That number again is 1-800-797-8989. 1-800-797-8989. Call now.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off name brand mattresses and get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Tonight at 6, coping with grief, how schools help students work through the loss of classmates. Plus, preparations for the Brewers' first playoff game are underway. We'll give you all the details for a citywide celebration. That's tonight at 6.
When it comes to weather, only one thing really matters: accuracy.
Only one station can be the best.
News 3 Now. First Warn Weather has the most accurate forecast, according to Weather Rate.
Count on First Warn Weather for your most accurate forecast.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
An 18-year-old is in custody after injuring 4 people, shooting 2 of them inside an Arlington, Texas high school. Police say the suspected shooter is Timothy George Simpkins, who they say got into a fight this morning at school and then drew a weapon. Authorities say one of the victims is in critical condition at a hospital. Another person who was hurt is in good condition, while a third person suffered minor abrasions and is expected to be released from the hospital later today. Another victim refused treatment at the scene. Students were locked down after the shooting and started sending texts from inside barricaded classrooms while frantic parents raced to the scene.
I mean, we're scared. We're scared. We just want to go in and get our kid.
Thank God for the teachers and staff at Timberview.
Simpkins is being held on $75,000 bail in the Arlington jail.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell has given Democrats a new offer to extend the federal debt ceiling through an emergency short-term extension. The Senate has gone into recess so lawmakers can discuss the proposal, delaying a procedural vote on a House-passed bill to suspend the debt cap. Meanwhile, the president enlisting top business leaders to help push for immediately suspending the debt limit.
Republican obstruction on the debt ceiling over the last few weeks has been reckless. It's been irresponsible.
The majority has known for 3 months that show votes like this would go nowhere.
President Biden has expressed he's open to Senate Democrats also using the so-called nuclear option to raise the debt limit that would suspend the 60-vote threshold to pass a measure with only Democratic support. But moderate Senate Democrat Joe Manchin of West Virginia has signaled he does not support doing away with the filibuster. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti in your forecast. Gary?
Well, we finally got some sunshine today. We started out the day with some clouds, and then notice how the clouds kind of eroded away from east to west as a little surge of drier air came in. But notice down to the south, there has still been plenty of clouds across northern Illinois, and these will actually start working their way back northward. And while there's just a few scattered light showers across central Illinois, those will continue working northward, and we'll also see some shower and thunderstorm chances probably after midnight here across our viewing area, and then that will continue off and on through Thursday and Friday. As we look at future track, again, we've got that clearing right now, but those clouds will work their way northward, and you can see the scattered showers and thunderstorms. Again, the key word here is scattered. We're not going to see an all-day rain, but it'll remain cloudy, and there'll be some scattered showers and off and on thunderstorms. But notice how this area of low pressure kind of works its way in and then eventually starts to pivot off to the east. And as that does so, by Friday, we'll start to see most of the rain shift more to the north and east. The skies start to break up. Notice out to the west, the clearing, much of that will be in here for Saturday, and that could allow temperatures to be up around the 80-degree mark. And you can see that clearing gradually working its way in as we head into early Saturday morning. Future track rainfall right now, probably looking at about a quarter to maybe a half inch of rain over southern Wisconsin. These numbers have actually dropped a little bit with the very latest computer model update. It keeps the heavier precipitation down to the south across northern Illinois, but there'll be an area or two that pick up a half inch to an inch or more of rain in a heavier thunderstorm. 3 things you need to know. Again, the shower and thunderstorm chances arrive overnight into tomorrow and Friday. Then Saturday, we're up around 80 degrees thanks to brisk southerly winds. And then as we head into next week, the temperatures remain mild. Highs will be in the 70s at least through Thursday. And we'll also see some thunderstorm chances, but it won't be raining all all the time. Current temperatures, this does not look like an early October temperature map. Mainly 70s and 80s across almost the entire upper Midwest. A few 60s, especially closer to Lake Michigan, Milwaukee and Chicago in the mid-60s thanks to a lake breeze there. But once you move inland, those temperatures are well into the 70s. And on Weather Track, that area of low pressure aloft starting to make its move toward the north and east. The main jet stream still up to the north. So that allows the warm air to kind of cover much of the eastern part of the country, except if you're underneath the cloud cover and the showers with the area of low pressure aloft. But that will start to weaken as it pushes off toward the north and east, and our temperatures will stay mild after it passes on through. So even next week, I'm looking for high temperatures in the 70s. Current weather map, there's that area of low pressure across Missouri. It's got a warm front to the east of it. Most of that is, it's not really so much of a surge of warmer air, but it's more humid south of that warm front, and north of the front, you're starting to see the showers already develop. But temperatures are mainly in the 70s away from the Great Lakes. Dew point temperatures still in the mid-50s here, but notice those dew points starting to climb a little bit down to the south. As the atmosphere moistens up, we'll see our better chances of rain arrive. So tomorrow, look for a cloudy and mild day with some scattered showers and thunderstorms. High temperature at 71. On Future Track, the clouds will move in this evening, probably dry this evening, then the scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight into tomorrow and then off and on through tomorrow night. But again, also some breaks in there as well. And then on Friday, some scattered showers and thunderstorms, highs in the lower 70s. Look for those rainfall amounts, about a quarter inch, some areas a half inch to an inch in a heavier thunderstorm. But then up to 80 on Saturday, 78 on Sunday with just a chance for a shower and thunderstorm. Then another better chance for showers and thunderstorms Monday afternoon into Tuesday morning, and then again Wednesday afternoon into Thursday of next week. Finally, by the end of the week, our temperatures drop into the upper 60s when the average high temperature should be around 60, so still above normal temperatures. As we check out first warn traffic right now, on the Beltline, we're seeing our usual delays in either direction. Right now, the Beltline on the westbound side appears to be seeing the slowest travel from around Seminole Highway all the way back to almost Southtown Drive. Right now on the westbound Beltline, it's a half-hour trip. Eastbound on the Beltline, about a 19-minute trip between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. Middleton to Sauk City on US 12 is a quick 16-minute commute. And downtown to Sun Prairie is an 18-minute commute. That's your news through now. First warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Women in farming make less money than men, and they're less likely to own farms, but that is starting to change. How they are fighting to close the gender gap in farming. It's ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Need furniture? Get up and hurry into Menards for a great selection and a free rug. Buy any furniture at $2.99 or more and get a free 5x7 rug. That's $149.99 in savings. Want a comfy new chair? Pick one up and get a free rug. Cozy up in a new love seat and get a free rug. Buy a couch or go big with a sectional and get a free rug. Get to Menards before they're gone. In store only while supplies last.
Save big money at Menards.
As you remodel, don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
Squeaky, creaky, leaky entry doors from big box stores should be ignored. Scott the window guy does entry doors. He can do yours and so much more.
We do entry doors at scottthewindowguy.com.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
house or a high-rise, protect it with fire sprinklers. Fire sprinklers buy time. Time buys life. Learn more at firesprinklers.bylife.com.
A former Badger football standout picks up the torch where his fabled mentor left off, and the challenge suits him just fine. Read Madison Magazine's October profile of new UW Athletic Director Chris McIntosh, online and on newsstands now.
Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning top industry honors for outstanding journalism and design, including the coveted prize for general excellence in the 36th Annual National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
They are the ones who grow the food that goes on our dinner table every night.
But among America's farmers, women don't always get the same opportunities as men, ranging from land access to loans to legitimacy. Michael George spoke with farmers fighting the gender gap.
At Crooked Row Farm in Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley, Liz Wagner is the boss. But when she started out 9 years ago, not everyone in the agriculture industry took her seriously.
Sometimes it's hard when somebody comes in and wants to buy something and they are a little dubious when you say, I grew this, or this is my farm. People ask me where my husband is a lot.
The most recent federal data counted more women in agriculture than ever before. 1.2 million female producers in 2017, up 27% from 2012. But only 19% make $50,000 or more, compared to 26% for male-run farms. Angie Carter is a sociologist working with the Women, Food, and Agriculture Network.
When we talk about the gender gap in agriculture, we're talking about the ways that women and non-binary people have been systematically excluded from everything from agricultural loans to access to land.
Carter says part of the solution is having women in ownership and agricultural policy roles, and for women farmers to network.
Eggplants, pepper.
Mei Shang moved to Pennsylvania from China and started Wonder Garden Organic Farm.
Did you have support from other women in farming?
A lot. They introduced me to more people and let me know this land is available. What do you have, patty pan?
At Crooked Row, Wagner is proud to employ mostly women.
It just happened to work out that way, but I do think women who want to learn about agriculture gravitate toward other women who are doing it because they feel more comfortable.
A growing number of women farmers working to close the gender gap. Michael George, CBS News, Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania.
Women tend to own smaller farms and therefore make less money. In 2011, the USDA agreed to offer over $1 billion to women and Hispanic farmers who say they were discriminated against over farm loans.
Stay with us for a final check of your First Warn forecast when we return.
What do you think?
I love it.
How about poor Fred Wilson?
What a shame. So soon after retiring.
I hear his wife needed help with the funeral expenses.
That's ridiculous. He had Social Security.
When my brother died, his wife received a check from Social Security, all right, for $255. The funeral costs were well over $8,000. How on earth did she pay for it? Fortunately, my brother bought additional life insurance before he retired. I bet that cost a pretty penny, huh? Not with Colonial Penn. Coverage options start at just $9.95 a month. Well, less than 35 cents a day. I have it myself.
We both do.
Both of you?
That's right. Neither of us had to answer any health questions or take a physical exam. In fact, no one our age can be turned down for any health reason.
No one?
Nope.
Is this a plan that offers a lot of protection at first and then reduces it little by little each year?
No. I've had this coverage for years. My benefit never decreases as I get older.
Your rates go up every year, right?
No, not at all.
Friends keep telling friends about guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. With this coverage, your premium never increases for any reason, and your benefit won't decrease simply because you grow older. Options start at just $9.95 a month. If you're age 50 to 85, you cannot be turned down because of your health. Colonial Penn specializes in protection for mature men and women. To find out more, call now.
Call now and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Call 1-800-797-8989 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-797-8989. There's no risk. That number again is 1-800-797-8989. 1-800-797-8989. Call now.
He doesn't just talk.
Democrat Alex Lasry
Gets it done. Helped build Pfizer Forum on progressive values. Wages, $15 an hour. Materials, 80% from Wisconsin. Environmentally cutting edge.
Alex Lasry.
Leader on social justice. Proven activist for voting rights.
Alex Lasry.
The Democrat to beat Ron Johnson. It's why Alex Lasry is endorsed by Wisconsin's leading unions. For Senate, Alex Lasry.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message.
Coming up on this busy news day, terror at a Texas school. The school shooting that left 4 injured, including a pregnant teacher, and the manhunt that followed. Plus, holiday in jeopardy, the toy store owner who says her stock of Hot Wheels and Barbies will sell out before Christmas as shipments are stuck at sea. What's causing the backlog? And the latest on the new vaccine mandates across the country. That's all coming up right here on the CBS Evening News.
Let's go back to Gary. Final check of the forecast.
Well, this is a change. In the last few days, we've been seeing cloud cover in Madison and maybe a few breaks in the clouds out to the west. Today, we got more sunshine in Madison from the Edgewater Skycam than we do from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. Otherwise, temperatures are pretty mild. Away from Lake Michigan, they're in the 70s, a little cooler closer to the lake. Look for a low tonight of about 61 as showers move in, and look for a shower or thunderstorm chance tomorrow with a high of 71. Same thing for Friday, but up to 80 on Saturday and mild for much of next week.
Gary, thank you. CBS Evening News is next. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.